Hello, so today we will talk about data visualization of multiple variables. We will be using customer experience data. Just because I'm a customer experience and insights analyst, I'm a little more knowledgeable of it. So that's what I'm using. We'll talk about how we can visualize those different variables using Python. So I pulled in my libraries, NumPy, Matplotlib library. I am introducing Seaborn into my coding this go round and pandas. So I generated that customer experience data in the areas of NPS or Net Promoter Score, satisfaction score, ease, timeliness, and attitude. Right now, they're just lines of data, so I am transforming or transposing those into an array and generating that data, and then taking that array and put it into a data frame so that I can use that pandas library as well. And speaking of using the pandas library, there is a correlation function there, the core, CORR function that I'll be using to get the correlation matrix. And here we have it. So we can see the correlation coefficients based on here. NPS score satisfaction is negative 0.3. They're very small, so there's very little correlation. That's not realistic. Generally, the NPS score is affected by other attributes like satisfaction and timeliness, but since this is generated, we'll roll with it. But here's your matrix that was just printed based on the correlation. So now we're going to visualize that. And we would do that using a heat map from the Seaborn table or module. And I was playing around with the colors, so I used a cool, warm color palette for this one. And as you can see, it plotted those correlation metrics onto a heat map. It would have, if there were more correlation, as it correlated more, it would have gone to more of a pinkish red tone, or the least amount would be a darker blue. So you can see where it's darker is more of the negatives, lighter is higher, but I mean, not really correlated. There's very little correlation here, little to none, which is not, again, realistic. But I also used another technique to analyze the NPS score against another metric, which is satisfaction. I classified, this is CX stuff, but I classified them as promoters or detractors. Promoters are those that would promote a service or business. Detractors are those that would not. And I put a stacked bar graph into the code this time and use that Matplotlib library to do so. Use the color format Prism. This is going to be a little bold because I do want to draw attention to the scores. So as we look at it further, we'll see that the NPS is actually stacked based on the satisfaction score. So the promoters are in green, the yellows are passives, and the reds are detractors. So the issue here is why I have it red is because detractors are those that basically tell people do not shop there, do not use their business, do not use their service. So I wanted to make sure that we call that out and drew attention to it. And usually it's one or two areas where there's a high influx of detractors, but here, because it's random data, it's kind of evenly distributed. But that's some data visualization based on multiple variables.